and then steps back with the three over Breanna Stewart.
Yes.
This was probably the biggest moment of the 2025 WNBA season. What happened between Caitlin Clark and Breanna Stewart wasn't just normal basketball drama. It was the kind of moment that makes you stop everything and say, wait, did that really just happen?
A step back from deep?
Caitlin Clark came back from an injury like a rocket and scored 32 points against the defending champions. Then, she laughed right in the face of one of the league's top players after making a deep three-pointer. But here's the twist. Breanna Stewart's reaction was totally unexpected.
Caitlin Clark is the greatest WNBA player of all time, and it's not close. Not one, not two, 3 threes in a row, back to back to back. Steph Curry never even did this, and she's handling shit from the low.
Clark had missed 5 games with a leg injury, and WNBA ratings dropped fast. Viewership was down 55%. The league was struggling without her. Then she came back to face the undefeated New York Liberty, and instead of being humbled, she delivered an epic performance, like saying, watch me.
Oh, DC be shooting like that, bro. It's actually so impressive. Oh my gosh! She came back on crack! This is her first game back from injury. She pulled up like that! Look at what she shot from!
On the other end. 2 players with
She shot from Afghanistan!
Clark shot the ball from way beyond the three-point line. So far out, it looked like something NASA could track. She made the shot over Breanna Stewart, a 2-time MVP and champion. Then, she laughed, not just a small smile, but full-on laughter like she couldn't believe she just did that.
After sidestep, hits the 3, and Stewie's just in awe of the whole thing. Like, genuinely, Breanna Stewart, and by the way, she then goes and hits this afterwards. Like, that's nuts. That is absolutely nuts.
Normally, a moment like that would cause drama. Veterans would talk about respect, social media would explode, and the news would cover it non-stop. But instead, Stewart just laughed back.
You know, this is what it's all about, y'all. See that? You see the moment? That tells you that players can actually compete against each other, but still respect each other and have a little fun with each other every once in a while. You feel me? I know y'all just love for these athletes to be hating each other all the time. I competed with my best friends. I competed with my cousins. And we try to take each other's heads off. But we leave that shit on the floor. But we also got a good level of respect. And I'm here to tell you fans that love the drama, it's okay that they have this moment. That doesn't mean one of the players are soft or they not going as hard because they joking around and they friends and shit.
This moment wasn't about being rude. It was 2 top athletes recognizing each other's greatness. Stewart could have taken offense, but instead, she showed true sportsmanship. She laughed because Clark's shot was just that impressive.
Big shot, but opponents laughing with each other, mid-game, unserious as H. Hey man, sometimes some things are so unreal and you know that you just got schooled on. Sometimes all you can do is laugh, man.
It was beautiful basketball. No jealousy, no anger. Just one great player watching another do something incredible. Stewart later said these moments are what make the game special. When someone does something so amazing, all you can do is respect it, even if you're the one getting beat.
There was actually a moment where, where Breanna Stewart was giving her a lot of space. She shoots it from the logo, she drills it, and right afterwards, I think all Breanna Stewart could do is kind of laugh about it. I actually loved that moment.
This wasn't just one highlight. Clark was unstoppable that night, scoring 32 points like it was easy. She made 7 three-pointers, tied her career high, and 14 of those points came in the first quarter alone. She even hit 3 logo threes in just 38 seconds. The crowd went wild. It felt like the building might explode. Over 17,000 people were holding their breath every time she touched the ball. It was a night to remember.
Mind you, she hasn't played WNBA basketball like 3-4 weeks. She's been out for a while. Came back today, no signs of rust. 32 points, 9 assists. Could have been 15, but once again, she hoops with bum. Out down 7 threes, tied her career high. And first game back, beat the best team in the league, defending champ.
While Clark was putting on a show, something strange was happening. The free throw numbers were way off. The Liberty got 32 free throws while the Fever only got 15. That doesn't make sense for a fair game. Indiana kept driving to the basket aggressively, yet got fewer calls. Even Breanna Stewart quietly suggested there might be something fishy going on, maybe even a bias against the Fever, especially when Clark is playing. Fans had been noticing all season that Clark often gets fouled with no call, while other teams get free throws for almost nothing. It was starting to look suspicious.
We are now 10 games into the season and we have a long ways to go. But, there was a few games early on where we kind of squeaked out wins. We got away with some things and we ended up with the win. And
before Clark came back, the Fever had been called for way fewer free throws than their opponents, 31 fewer over just 4 games. Coach Stephanie White said it was unfair and disrespectful. Her team wasn't just shooting from far out. They were attacking the basket and still not getting calls. Even in a previous close game against the Liberty, the Fever got fewer free throws and Clark didn't get a clear foul call in the final moments. They had a big lead that game but lost, partly because of questionable refereeing.
Man, when she said that, all I could think about was the flop that Sabrina had laying the ball up against Lexi. I was like, yeah, you got away with some things. You had some of those special whistles going on. I'm like, hey, hold on now. Did she just admit that she had some special things going on around the clutch time of the game?
Here's the best part. Despite all the bad calls and controversy, the Fever didn't just win their next game, they dominated. They beat the Liberty 102-88, hitting a franchise record 17 three-pointers and shooting nearly 49% from deep. It was like they played so well the refs couldn't stop them. Tickets for that game jumped in price once fans found out Clark was returning, and the arena sold out. People weren't just buying seats, they were buying into a special moment.
Sure. Would you look at that? Caitlin Clark putting another game together that proves that she is the reason why people are watching the WNBA, and definitely not because of Angel Reese. In her very first game back from injury, she puts up 32, 8, and 9. Okay? Super close to a triple-double on over 50% shooting from the field and 50% shooting from the three-point line. And not only did she have a great performance, but she also led her team to a 14-point victory, so not even a close game, against a team that was previously undefeated and arguably the best team in the WNBA on her first game back.
And wow, did fans get their money's worth. Clark returned like a superstar, scoring 25 points in the first half, the third highest in team history. Stewart handled the whole thing with grace. She didn't complain or get upset. Instead, she gave Clark the respect she earned. That laugh between them wasn't shade, it was a sign of mutual respect. While some players start drama online, Stewart showed true leadership by simply appreciating Clark's greatness. But even she couldn't ignore the weird officiating. That's where she drew the line.
The fact that she came out and said, we got away with some things. you got to admit, man, it felt like she was talking about getting away with those whistles, those calls. I mean, come on, fam. Come on, fam. We saw what was going on. I mean, even in this game that happened today, they had, 30 shot attempts at the free throw line to, 15 for the Indiana Fever? Come on, dog. We have to acknowledge it. All right.
Referee issues might keep coming up. Coach White's complaints won't be going away, and the league might need to fix things to keep fans' trust. But this game proved that sometimes talent is just too big to ignore. Stewart's reaction wasn't just good sportsmanship. It was two great players sharing a moment that reminded everyone why they love the game.
Alright, hey, let's change the WNBA logo. To Caitlin Clark. I know people will talk about trying to change the NBA logo. That doesn't make sense because it's Jerry West. Fam, I don't care who this lady is right here. Caitlin Clark is already better than her. Change the WNBA logo to Caitlin Clark when she retires, man. For real.
Clark's return showed she's not just hype, she's a real star. Coming back from injury and dominating the best team in the league proved she belongs at the top. Her return wasn't just a comeback, it reminded everyone why she matters. Ratings dropped 55% when she was out, then shot back up with a packed arena and record-breaking performance. She's not just changing games, she's changing the whole league. The 2025 WNBA season just got way more exciting.